The Origin Centre tells a story about deep history, and it's really about the dawn of time. And that word, paleosciences, that Latin word really is a word to describe this material that is researched by some of the top scientists in the world, who are located in this corner of the university, in the Evolutionary Sciences Institute, in the Rock Art Researchers Institute, and in the Centre of Excellence. So they're the scientists and the academics who underpin the story that is told in this, the Origin Centre, which we're standing in the South African Museum of Rock Art. Welcome to the Origin Centre. We're in the first exhibition area, and you're looking at a piece of sculpture of the globe with Africa in the centre. It's woven in metal with copper, and it's produced by Walter Altman, who's an artist, one of many artists whose works can be seen in the museum, and he's based at Wits University. So what he's representing is the centrality of Africa in the story of origins. And the copper lines that run through the piece are showing the movement of humanity from 1 million years ago, 200,000 years ago, and the museum tells the story of migration out of Africa. It's a working museum, and it's part of a cluster of the 13 collections and museums on the university campus. And this is one of the museums that had significant investment 10 years ago, so it's accessible to the public. The story about early origins of hominids in the cradle, we deal with that in the museum. We also have a site with 2 gardens. It has a Kalahari garden and a Drakensberg garden. So there's an opportunity to experience the natural dimension to the story of origins. The advent of the city sightseeing bus has been very important for the Origin Centre. The majority of our visitors are Johannesburg residents and then school children, but we get tourists from 40 different countries, and they're able to get here now with great ease on the city sightseeing bus. And they're also able to visit origins and see it in the context of Johannesburg. We're very high above sea level, and we're almost at the highest point here. And the building is located on the watershed. And if you look north, you're looking into the Indian Ocean basin. And if you look south, you're looking into the Atlantic Ocean basin. So, and we're on the Witwatersrand. It's the University of the Witwatersrand. And if you look at the logo of the badge of the university, it has these waves of water. And so referring to the springs that emanate from the base of this hilltop on which we're located. So the story of Johannesburg really is a 3-part story, and greater Johannesburg, not just only Johannesburg. And so it's the story of that seam of gold that runs along more or less just, a kilometer from where we are, and it runs from many hundreds of kilometers east-south. So there's the story of gold, and therefore the story of labor and capitalism along that line. And then if you go south, the most important story is the story of resistance, the story of oppression of black South Africans, the story of townships in Soweto. And then if you go north, it's the story of origins. You go out to the cradle, and you're going to have this very, very deep history. So if you frame Origin Centre at the centre of this geography, then you can start to make sense of Johannesburg as a place. And so I think that's really why it's not only is it origins as a beginning of things, but it's also origins, the centre, geographically located on this hill.